Ethan was very unmoved.
Macho man.
Like
unmoved.
He still is with some. He's such a hard rock. But I feel like since I got pregnant and then now to having a baby, he's become more.
He's softened.
Yeah, he's softened.
It's true.
Definitely.
I agree.
You get, like, for example, I liked this class you guys did, the fight fair. Let me tell you, for like the first 2 years of our marriage, fight fair. Because Makena kijam.
Amejam.
Once zinakuchanga kama zinakuchonga. She's like, I'll figure this out later. I'll deal with the apology later. Sai we kula hiyo.
You've become more strict. I've seen a different side of you who wants things in order, especially with the behaviors of your children. I don't know if it's a dad thing or it's a toddler thing that they are just pushing you to your limits that you have to. So I am always controlling Curtis. Curtis is like, you guys! I can see he's going to ask for a kiboko. And I know he's going to... Now Curtis is like, for kiboko, he's going to chapa. And I'm like, do we have to chapa really?
Ladies, if Soila cries, you've really hurt her. Yes. Kitambo ilikuwa tu, babe, we need to talk. Babe, I did like how you talked to that one.
Alright.
Alright guys, karibuni sana. Welcome. This is Soila and Curtis with friends.
Yay! 2025.
You guys have been asking, so there are a couple of friends who are not here. They'll be there in the future videos, but today we have my brother,
your favorite friend,
and the wife. Yeah, so
Are you sure you want to get into that fight?
yeah.
I'm also like, yeah, moving on.
She said her favorite. Me, I didn't say that. So yeah, so we are shooting from Elementaita.
Mountain Lodge.
So
you guys have no idea what we are. We're not even looking at the camera. Ukiona tu we are not looking at you. Just know
it's the view.
It's the view that's distracting.
Can I show them? Let me just
show them.
Let me just show
Not
them.
now.
No, let me just spin it round and come back.
Okay.
But the clothes are hanging.
Yeah, see, clothes hang everywhere.
No, remove those
You'll
clothes.
take it.
Curtis.
You'll take it later.
Yeah, you'll take it later.
Yeah.
So
Sasa how?
No,
Shakukumbusha.
Yes.
Sawa. Guys, let me just show you.
No,
It's surely no. We'll show
All right.
Fingers.
So today's video, very, very interesting, very, very exciting. And today we want to discuss, as you can see, the last time we did a video, she was not holding a person, she was holding a cushion. She was holding a pillow. So right now there's actually a living person under that pink blanket. So that means we are now parents, all of us. And that's why the video today we are going to discuss how life was before, or rather how marriage was before kids and after kids. Like, what's the difference? Is there a big difference really? You know? So parents to 1, parents to 3 here. And we just want to see.
Together, parents to 5.
We just want to see.
4.
We just want to see. Is life really that different? Yeah, and I know Ethan has a lot to share. We can start with you.
Why?
First of all, like, comment, share, subscribe. Guys, by this time I should not be saying these things. All right? 60% of you who come here to watch these videos, you are not subscribed. You just come and click and you go. Surely.
Window watchers.
Yeah.
Don't come here to window shop.
Judging you.
Window watchers.
So go click that button. And by the way, Chebet and Ethan also have a channel. It's called Chebet McKenna. And they've also done a really nice vlog about the experience we've had in this place. So please go watch that. If you've not watched ours as well, go watch that. So that when you're telling you we are shooting here, you know exactly
where we are.
And why we are telling you we have such a view. All right. Yes. The floor is yours, mister. Or madam, whoever.
I think, let him say how McKenna changed. As a marriage? As a wife?
Yes.
As a wife.
Yes.
Before the baby came.
Before or after the baby came?
Before and after, both.
Yeah. So before and after. Hey. That's actually a very interesting question. I've actually never thought about it. All right, so one of the things that I realized changed, and this might or might not make sense, but McKenna became more of a baby girl.
When I
Yeah,
became a parent.
yeah.
Let us know.
Tell us more.
I think like it was like soft. Like everything needed to be soft because this was hard. So everything else around needed to be soft.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Shouldn't be as demanding as being a mom.
Yeah.
Everything else.
So, because this already was a lot of work
Demanding,
handling
yes.
baby, so everything else around her had to be
Soft.
soft. So I felt like she became more
Did you become
of
soft?
a baby girl. Me.
You are around her, everything around her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You have to. You have to be the one who makes everything soft. So
That's
yeah,
interesting.
she
That's
became-
ironic.
Yeah.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. That's
Why?
what I'm
It
saying.
took me back.
Heard.
Had
Had to become so.
We're not even. Wasn't even on the
Picks
same
up
page.
gas.
I know we're not on the same
Picks
wavelength.
up gas.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Catches.
About you?
Now round one, yes. Yeah. Now sit your my please.
Of course, we are burning this whole house down. So,
Three children later.
Soila alikuwa mkali.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, she's become
Now,
Kali.
Soila was a baby girl before the baby.
Eh.
When the baby came,
I became a tiger.
To you or to the kids?
everyone.
Are you serious?
But that was understandable because number one, she was not getting enough sleep.
Yeah. Zombie mood activated.
Number one, you have this baby who has colic,
Yeah, number one, big one.
Number one, all of them are number one because all of them are that.
That me.
Number one, I think just the entire adjustment of things,
The newness.
Our firstborn was very demanding within the first few weeks, few months. And, most of the time it's the mother who bears the brunt of that demand.
Yeah.
So I think Soila, and if there's something, let me tell you, you can mess up with Soila. In fact, you can even mess up with Soila's meal. If you're a hacker, you can hack Soila 10 million shillings. She'll be fine.
But not her.
But don't mess with her sleep. You touch her sleep.
Umeharibu mambo.
So that's where a lot of that just being came from. Yeah.
That's very interesting. No, it's true because even my mother knows sleep is, there's something from my dad's side. Myself, my dad used to go to the office in the morning. Lunchtime he'd come because it wasn't far from home.
Yeah.
It was like from here to the dining area. Or a bit further. But he'll come home for lunch. Sometimes he'll not come to eat, to come and sleep.
Are you
guys.
for real?
Yes. He'll come for an afternoon nap, a siesta, for 1 hour, 30 minutes. Then walk
And
back
go
to
back
the
to
office.
work.
Imagine. So it comes from somewhere. It's not just,
It's not a you thing.
it's not a me thing. Some of his brothers as well. I know one specifically, also who enjoys his sleep. So yeah, it's a family thing. So for me, I think children with their
They just came to interrupt
they
that.
did, and
Yeah.
that's when I understood sacrifice as a parent.
Yeah.
Like I have sacrificed my sleep to feed you through the night. But I think that's why for me, I decided to sleep train them early on from the first 2 children because I knew how I needed my sleep. So I sleep trained them. By the time they were 4 months, those guys were sleeping throughout the night. So yeah, sleep is important. So that's why I was able to sleep train the kids so that I can be able to have my sleep back. But with the 3rd child, I don't know what's happening.
Me, I know what's happened.
What's happening?
Yeah.
What happened?
You just decided to be soft. Oh, babe, she's crying too much. She cries 5 minutes. Aki, babe, I can't take it.
It's true. But if you compare, because me, I know
And
at
you would
least a
think
bit
it
of
would be the
mother.
opposite.
Yes,
The first one, you're
you're softer.
Because for me, it's the opposite. Because the baby cries and I'm like, oh, Sawa, let's give her 30 minutes. Then Sola is like, yeah, okay. 5 minutes.
I actually, first of all, I cannot
Don't let
stand
the baby cry that
Natalie crying. I don't know why. on her beck and call. Like whatever I say, she has me around her finger. Literally that. So it's different. I don't understand. And that's say you're not that same parent to all your children.
Yeah.
I'm a different parent to Anora, I'm a different parent to Remani, I'm a different parent to Imora. So
and this is not the last born. Mama, this is the last born, maybe.
Oh, for those of you who don't know, we are parents to 5 kids. 3 have already been born. The other 2 we are talking about it.
5.
5.
Yeah, the goalpost keeps changing.
4! You are moving this goalpost, eh?
I know, it keeps changing.
Babe.
No.
I love it.
Unless the Lord says not you.
We'll
But
keep
the
you
Lord said
accountable.
feel
Didn't say
What else does he need to say?
Yo! No. Wakikatch up kidogo, probably. Give people nini kidogo. Space.
Space to
Yes.
multiply
Yes.
also.
Yes. But space is running out. I may just probably one more.
2.
So I don't know how I'll be a parent to my fourth child.
Yeah.
You know,
I
so-
guess you can never know until
You can never know until the baby comes.
Yeah.
Yes. But I think for sure that has changed. I've become more no, let me talk about you because I don't think I know myself that much. But I know you as Curtis. You have become a bit more strict.
Are we talking about the first child?
No, children in general.
Yeah.
Just general.
Yeah, just general. You've become more strict. I've seen a different side of you who wants things in order, especially with the behaviors of your children. I don't know if it's a dad thing or it's a toddler thing that they are just pushing you to your limits that you have to. So I am always controlling Curtis. Curtis is like, you guys. I can see he's going to ask for a kiboko. And I know he's going... Now, Curtis akiuliza for kiboko, he's going to chapa. And I'm like, do we have to chapa really?
All the time.
So yes, so you have really become tough.
I don't know if that's a parenting thing or
Yep.
it's my profession.
Oh, as a teacher.
Yes. Because being and if you're a teacher here, there's if you don't learn to be strict very early, students can wipe the
Take
floor
advantage.
with you.
Yeah.
So and it's not something you premeditate. You don't wake up in the morning saying, okay, so today I'm going to be very strict. It just comes.
Yeah. So,
You know.
because we're talking about marriage has changed.
Yeah.
With that strictness, I
Yeah.
have also seen a bit of that reflecting in our marriage.
Okay.
So I've seen a level of firmness that you didn't used to have back
Okay.
then. You are very soft.
Easy.
You are very easy, man. Sahi. Kuna tu
Kama ni
kitu.
no, ni no.
Hey! I'm like, yo, you aren't like this.
There's no space
Ama
for
kama
negative.
nimemu-offend. Ish. Composition. And say
Utaandikiwa.
sorry. Yes. Thank you for the sorry. But that has not healed my... I'm like, what?
I bet that was one time.
Hey, Curtis, nice to meet you.
That was
Sorry,
one
Curtis,
time.
It was one time.
That was one
That was
time.
one time because it's on text.
Uh-huh.
However, it comes out in conversation that is not on text. So you have become a bit more firm when it comes to things.
Two things in your marriage.
So he told me sorry, but that has not gotten me back my time or my rest. I was like, yo, sir. I'm like, you decided to have a big family. Those are the perks of having a big family sometimes. But yes, I think you have become a firm husband.
Firm or strict. It's not the same thing.
It's not the same?
It's not the
It's
same.
not the same thing. So which is
You're
which?
not strict to me. Oh, you are strict to some behaviors. Like you're very strict when it comes. But then you really were easy to manipulate, Curtis. I tell you, let's go for dinner. No, yes, Curtis is like, tunaka. We're not going anywhere. Tunaka. I'm like, what have you become? So yes, you have become strict and really firm.
Okay.
Yeah. You accept to sometimes to do things, but there are those few moments when you're really tired
no, it's a
and you
no.
had committed. It's a no and it's a no, and it doesn't settle well with me.
Can I tell you?
Yes, baby girl.
Can I tell you where it came from? Let me say where it came from. So, there's a time we had gone to...
How many years is this?
It's a lot of years.
Okay.
And say at Jack forgive.
Okay. What?
But-
You have
but-
to
no,
Why
see,
you put up a
no.
video?
Imekumbuka.
No. It's, sometimes you forgive someone, but you've learned something.
Ah,
Okay.
wow.
Which is
Okay.
Oh, that's the way to
Yeah,
go.
Yeah.
I've forgiven you, but I've learned something.
Yeah.
So, we had gone to NHIF. We had gone to get some documents. And then I told Soila, this thing is supposed to be done in this form. But Soila is like, no, do it in this form. Because no, Soila, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be this form. Soila, and you guys, and Soila wants her way. She insisted, nikasema, okay. But hey, by the guys, Soila and Ethan are one thing. Me and Makena are one thing. So
no, Ethan, you're very stubborn.
I can't confirm.
Ethan.
No, deny any such
Ethan.
allegations.
So
These are allegations. All of them.
So Soila insisted this way, me nikasema this way. But nikaona okay, the way she's insistent, she knows what she's talking about.
Yeah.
So we went her way. Aya. Guess what? Her way backfired. Nikakuja nikasema, but babe, I told you. I knew it was supposed to be this way. Guys, you know what she told me? Aliniambia, you, if you are so sure, why didn't you do it?
Mbona uliwacha ni queen?
Hey! If you are so sure, why did you do it the way? Since you could have stuck with it. Nikasema, oh!
Kumbe.
Unaniharibia jina.
Are you hearing this
Na
story?
CV. But anyway.
So when you say I'm being firm,
Yeah.
it's just that I've learned that if I really know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
I have to stick to what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But that's what you do, Squeezy. I'm like, sometimes you give me the leeway to influence you, but if you're convinced, you don't budge. You are a solid rock. You want to move?
No.
Okay, so.
Yeah.
No, Mama. We see you. Educate.
So Ethan's baby is there. So if you see us, our eyes are dashing
She's
there.
the other view.
Yeah, we're just trying to make sure she doesn't roll off the couch. Yeah.
And she's sleeping.
Yeah. I think how Ethan has changed since becoming a dad, he's become more I want to say emotional. So Ethan was very unmoved.
Macho man.
Like
Unmoved.
he still is with some. He's such a hard rock. But I feel like since I got pregnant and then now to having a baby, he's become more.
He's softened.
Yeah, he's softened. It's definitely.
I agree.
Towards me even.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. Because at least we hang out quite a lot. I have noticed that about him.
You have?
Yes, he's become lenient.
Yeah.
Lenient, softer,
More accommodating.
more accommodating.
Human feeling.
Yes, and all that. Ethan was. And he's still stubborn. There's still some
Yeah.
aspect of him being stubborn.
Me, I'm not stubborn.
You're very stubborn.
Yeah.
I've also noticed that about him. I think mostly towards you guys because you are his family, so he's a bit more emotionally. He wasn't unavailable. He was there, but you can see that side of him for sure. He's soft. He can be moved. You can move
Yeah,
him.
he can be moved.
Yes, you can just do this.
That's
to
the
him.
best way
Babe,
to do
let's
it.
do this.
Yeah.
Really, Mastrisa? Okay, let's do
exactly.
it. I have no problem. Baby wants this. Okay, sawa. Like,
Yeah.
but Bithan was not easy to convince of certain things. Kama ija register in his heart, it's
Yeah.
not
If
happening.
it's not making
Forget
logical
about
sense,
it. Forget about it.
it's not happening.
Yes. Anything you notice about me?
You've become more motherly.
Even to you.
Even to me. No, it's a good thing. Me, I don't
really?
mind. You've become more like you think ahead in terms of small things like this person is feeling unwell. What can I go ahead and make them comfortable? Kitambo, when you were just childless, Soila ulikuwa when I'm sick. Get well, bro.
Takuwa better.
But nowadays, she goes an extra mile to make sure you're comfortable and all that. And for me, what I really loved is breakfast. Before we got kids, or rather before our kids started going to school, you've left for work, sasa. High five, tunane jioni. But nowadays, I'm served breakfast,
You're packed
sausage, take your fruit cuts. Paka, I go to work and my colleagues, they see me opening my lunchbox and they're like, hey, Curtis! So, hey, you're enjoying yourself. Yeah. So, and in fact, I was making fun with Soila. I was like, Reman is the best thing that has happened to me. I'm enjoying all this because of him,
No, it's because we are now family and all that.
Yeah.
But honestly, yes, that's true. For you have this was, and you didn't get an opportunity to express it. But now when children came on board, I think this side of you was a bit more active, and that is your acts of service. Like you serve people in that home so well.
You do.
Yes. Is it cooking? Is it taking care of the children? Is it helping me out? Is it like you give of yourself 100% at home and still give of yourself 100% at work? So yeah, you are a serviceman. Well, there's a military no pasawa. You can die for your nation.
Yeah. Thank you for your service.
Yes, sir.
That can be exhausting.
So one of the things that I've actually also realized about McKenna is the way we're saying that I've become more emotional.
Okay.
I was saying that one of the things I realized for McKenna that changed a bit was the way, for me, it became more emotional. She became a bit more tough. Yeah, because I mean, it's been, what, 6 months? Almost 6 months now? And I've seen McKenna cry once.
Oh.
Now, before...
Hey.
That's true.
Hey.
I didn't notice
Even
that.
me just hit me today.
You're not moved as much.
Hey,
Hey, it's just hit you today.
Hey.
Ujaona machozi ukashanga.
Nimeona. Yeah, it's like it's been like if I can literally count within 6 months how many times McKenna has cried, then something has changed.
I don't know.
What do you think that's about?
Now that you mentioned it,
What?
I don't know if it's a motherhood thing.
Yeah.
Because pia wewe unakumbuka every time we would have a small disagreement.
Right. Yeah. That's me too.
Hey, nowadays if Soila cries, you've really hurt her. Kitambo ilikuwa tu, babe, we need to talk. Babe, I did like how you talked to that one.
Oh, nice.
Nowadays, nowadays it's just the mouth. Sometimes it touches the floor, you know. Babe, can we go out for dinner? No, we can't go out.
Like literally.
From McKenna, you hear
No
it in the
sharing
voice,
photos.
like in your joking macho.
It's shaking.
Oh my god.
But the tears don't come out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
because
that's
listen,
the-
I sometimes, yeah, if you've not cried and you're with Ethan, and sometimes when he's so
Yeah.
particular, especially when it comes to business
Yeah.
and work.
Yeah.
Yo!
Is it childbirth or what?
And that translates to even like when we're disagreeing on something,
He
and then
takes
now
that
he
stand.
needs to like we need to find the way
Yes.
and to agree.
The logic side checks
Yeah, like it doesn't matter what you're feeling.
We
We have to agree, and this is what
But-
is making sense.
But let's talk about this, guys. In fact, it's good we're here. Is us using logic such a bad thing?
No! McKenna, ngoja, before you say it's I'll ask the same question. Is us being emotional about things a wrong thing that you think our decisions are not or our decisions are not proper because we're just emotional beings? Sometimes we're not making decisions based on feelings.
Yeah.
We also have considered the logic side of things. So we are bringing life to the decision making.
Do you know there's a day I told Ethan, ignore the tears.
Yes.
I just feel like they're just coming out, but I'm actually making sense. So
And now this
ignore
by
the
the I
tears.
try. Even other days, you know you need to. I'm still staying focused on the point.
Oh my God.
No, because for me, this is my experience with ladies, and it's not just you, even other ladies when we're in a place where we need to make a decision. They'll say something like, don't take this option, take this option. And as men would ask, why? Why should I take option A and versus option B? And then you'll be like, I don't know, you just take option A. What is that?
Instinct, sixth sense that is active in us. Sixth sense that is very, very accurate.
let me bring up something.
Who says logic is the right way?
Yes, who says that?
Yeah,
Because logic is not always the right way, but it's better than no logic.
But logic plus emotions makes
It's the
perfect
best.
combi.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay, let me give an example. So, McKenna
true
wants
life
to get a
example.
phone. Yeah? And we've seen this situation in both of them. McKenna wants to get a phone.
A phone.
Yeah, she really wants this specific phone.
Yes.
But you're like, you know what? Right now, the money
Let's do
we
this.
have, it won't get to that phone. But if we buy this other phone, which is actually better than this phone you want,
No, it's not better.
it was better performance, by the way, which is better than this phone.
But them, they don't want better performance.
Yes.
They want better aesthetic.
That is better to them in their heart and their mind.
Exactly.
Wait first.
You're being emotional. Relax.
Wait first.
Because I've been in this trade before.
And then I'm like, and you know what you can do? In fact, trading up, it will be easier and cheaper. Why? Because this one is actually better than
the option.
No,
Guys, let me tell you. I have been in this boat before.
I know.
And it's because and you have been in that conversation with my husband about the same thing. And I'm like,
so here's it.
I'm shouting.
No, she wants to.
She wants to see what's.
So for me, here's the thing. Even emotional doesn't, in very rare moments, is right. And I don't say that in relation to women. I say that in fullness. In whether you're a man or a lady.
Yeah.
There's a reason why. Wait, let me finish. Let me finish. There's a reason why that some let me not even go into decisions. Emotion, it comes from a place of preference. Logic comes from a place
of facts.
You get, and that's why. And even like for example, the first time when McKenna told me ignore the tears, I'm like, I can't ignore the tears. They're right on my face. It's like how they say in movies. It's like seeing a puppy when it's down and kicking it. When it's, So it's why there's always this tiff about being emotional. What I want you to do is, I understand that you're hurt. You get? I understand that you're hurt. But let's focus on the issue at hand. You get? Let's focus on the issue at hand. Let's not focus on...
Are we ignoring what I'm feeling?
No, we're not. And by that, that's
Yes,
something
you
you
are.
guys need to
No, we are
notice.
not.
You are.
Let me tell you. Wait fast.
By the time you stick to logic, you are ignoring what you're feeling.
Let me finish.
Because if we
By
are
the way,
focusing on one,
facts
what are we
never
doing
avoid
on the
emotion.
other?
Here's the truth. Even logic never avoids emotion.
So,
Let me finish. So, when a man becomes logical, they understand they've hurt you, but they also understand that this needs to be resolved. So it doesn't say at now, because you're logical, this is right. It's, you understand there's a mistake here and someone is getting emotional about it. But the question is, if you focus within this emotion, you don't move forward on what the issue is. You move forward on what the person is feeling.
So then, you abandon one moment, it's still in your mind.
No,
It has gone. It has gone. So is there a point whereby emotions and logic can marry?
Yeah.
Yes, and this is what I want to say.
Yes.
I believe that even women can be logical.
Of course.
You
By the time
understand?
we're not just fully 100% emotional, we have aspects of logic.
Yeah, but most
But
of the
it becomes
time.
no.
But most of the time, you allow the emotions to reign over the.
No, because if our logic is not making sense to you, we now employ emotions.
And it's that question you guys always ask. Ati, kwani what I'm feeling doesn't matter.
Yes.
I'm like, it does. But that's not, we're not focusing,
Does it
we're
really?
focusing on the wrong.
Yeah.
The wrong that has happened.
Let me put an example that is very practical. Uko na 1 meter. You have 1 million. We've gone to buy a family car, for example. The car you want is 1.5. But you have 1 million. So you get emotional because we are not buying the 1.5 car. But logically, you cannot afford the 1.5 car.
But you can stay and wait a bit.
Yeah.
And
But that
fill
bit,
up
but
the
you see,
500.
but that bit, even if I ask you how long are we waiting, you'll say, I don't know, let's just wait. Now you see.
That's true. But
Lola.
so this is it. By the time we are doing that, we are inviting you to have a conversation with us, there's an option of waiting. And in our waiting, what can we do so that we can amp the 500K?
But as you wait, you need that car now.
That's also, I think, also another thing. Yeah.
Hey, surely.
You
Makena,
understand?
go ahead. Support our women.
Ababy zimeenda tukienda. Mimi nikiambiwa wait I finish. Imeenda ikienda.
Emotions are not wrong.
They are not wrong.
I never think that
They're
feeling
very
bad
important.
about something, that even if, like, let's say it's an argument between the two of you and what I said offended you, it's not wrong. But using that to justify your action in that moment is not correct. You get, like, for example, I liked this class you guys did, the fight fair. Let me tell you, for like the first 2 years of our marriage, fight fair because Makena kijam.
Amejam.
Hakuna
wewe unaendelea hapa.
Words zinakujanga kama zinakuchonga tu. She's like, I'll figure this out later. I'll deal with the apology later. Sahi we kula hiyo. Because it's the way I'm feeling. Hey. Maka you don't mean what you're saying. She's just like, no. I'm just like,
Let me tell you guys. So let me tell you something. First of all, it's true. We went to Kamali. We thank the Lord. But what I used to struggle with is that when we have an argument, Ethan wants to continue with his day, and then we talk about what we're arguing about later. As in, it could be, it's just miscellaneous. You know, I don't know when.
You are confrontational.
Yeah, I want us to talk about it so we can move on with our day. Yeah. So I used to find myself pushing him until
he's not
like,
ready to have
and here's the funny thing. For me, I would also take that. I would say, let me continue on with my day because I don't want to react upon my emotions.
Okay.
You get? So this is why I'm saying emotion is not wrong. Even us guys feel that emotion.
Oh, yeah.
But what we do is that because we know, like for me, I always know if I react to my emotion, I'll say all the wrong things.
Yes.
I'll say all the wrong things. I'll hurt her.
Yeah.
Maybe even become violent. But I'm like, you know what? Let me cool down. Let me visit this logically and see even what is my. By the time I'm coming to tell Makena I'm sorry, what exactly did she might have wronged me?
Yeah.
But the way I might have responded was not. Didn't help her even accept my apology or like see that I'm sorry about it. Then I can come back and now say, when the day is ended, is young girl, is I'm sorry for this and this specifically.
So I think with what we've just discussed, number one, before you get married or as you're in marriage, understand that it is normal for people to change. People are supposed to change.
Exactly.
I think if you've been with someone for more than a year and they're just the same people, probably you need to really think about your marriage because that means there's no growth happening. People are supposed to change, and sometimes the change is negative, unfortunately. If that's the case, you need to have a conversation as well. But most of the time, the change is positive. And sometimes the change is not bad or good, it's just a change.
Yeah.
It's just a change.
No, I think changes bring in, you get to experience both sides. Yes, you get to learn one another because if you've grown in motherhood, there's definitely areas of you that will irk somebody else because you weren't ready for that version of this person. So you'll feel uncomfortable about it as you adjust to the new person.
And
so
on top of that, even the person themselves, they don't know that this change is coming.
They didn't plan to change.
Yeah, exactly. It's not that they said, at this stage of my life, I want to be this person. So it's a change that's also, for them, it's a new experience that's also happening to them. So it's, again, like you said, it doesn't have to be necessarily all changes have to be good. All changes have to be bad.
They're just changes.
They're just changes. We just need to accommodate one another. I think have constant conversation with every new season that comes in. And we have this conversation with each other, like, do you think I've changed? There's a new season.
Because there's something you can't see from your
blind self.
Yeah, exactly.
You allow your spouse to call it out.
I like the part for conversation. So that you
call it out, name it, address it, and move forward as you wait for the next season of change. But yeah, change is inevitable. Yeah.
That's actually very interesting because I think if you are shocked that your person has changed and you're hung up on that, like you can't move forward, I think the problem is not the person who has changed.
It is you.
It is you.
Yes.
You're fixated on the person who was.
Yes. Yes, you are not growing, or rather you are not moving with this person.
Yes.
Or rather you are fixated on the idea of this person rather than who they really are with every season and what it demands. So, and we started by saying that every child experiences a different version of you.
Yes.
So if firstborn, secondborn, thirdborn, all of them have experienced a different version of the parent.
Yes.
How much more the spouse?
Imagine you have a yes.
You know, and
Because
how
I'm
much
different.
more the spouse. So
From dating
Yeah.
to
to being a mother, being married, to being a mother of one, a mother of two, a mother of three, a mother of and all those other responsibilities that come to the table.
yeah.
But yeah.
yeah.
Wow. Thank
Any
you so much,
closing
guys.
remarks?
Oh yeah.
Any closing? The bulb switched off and it switched
Went
off.
and went. Imagine.
Now next time she says a
Hopefully
bulb
it
is
will come
on,
back
in
we
the
all
next
pause
episode.
All pause.
for her.
Let me speak.
Say her
But I
point.
think for me, the one learning point we've experienced just even together is checking in on each other, like genuinely, not because you can easily just be taken away by responsibilities and like doing. I need to do this, and you can be doing it
Good
really
things.
well, but you need to check in on your person, like how are you doing?
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. The other thing that happens is that sometimes
She loves it.
Yeah, she loves it too.
sometimes you can get carried away with being a parent and you forget that you are somebody's spouse.
Yes, that's
So
true.
that's also something to be keen.
One of the things McKenna and I try to do as often as possible, we've made Mondays our like sit down and talk to each other, where we
Switch off the TV.
it's not
No
a day for
phones.
movies, it's a day for you and I. What's up? What's going on? How was your week? How do you feel about this coming week? What do you want to do? And there's a time, especially now in this season of being parents, we were able to now talk about these changes. Like I feel like this has happened to you. I feel like this has happened to you.
And I think in the communication, it's not so that the other person
Feels
becomes who they were. Like, this is how you were. It's not so you can become that. It's so that you can be aware and know how to
maneuver now.
navigate the
That's
change.
true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
This is what I've discovered. When you're a couple who have no kids, there's going to be a lot of randomness and spontaneity in how you guys do life and how you do marriage.
That's true.
But I think the more the family begins to grow and you begin to have more kids, you have to put in structure.
Intentionality and
Because you can
structure.
easily get carried away. When you don't have kids, structure feels like, that is so
Restrictive.
rigid.
Yeah.
Why are we putting our life in such a rigid? But once things start becoming a lot, without structure, my friend, you guys will...
You'll go separate ways.
You'll go separate. You can be married for 5 years.
Na
But
mjuani.
pamoja.
But 4
then
years
it's
ago, you guys already completely parted ways.
Yeah.
So structures are important. And that's why I liked when you said Mondays.
Yeah.
So have a structure for when you're... That's why Soila, when she asks for a dinner and I'm like, we're not going.
Like it's our time.
She feels like, why are you destroying the structure?
Yeah.
So have a structure. Have days where you go out and talk about nothing else other than yourself.
Yeah.
Not business, not the kids, not whatever. Have a day
Talking about business.
for sourcement.
Maybe you guys didn't
Real
tell us
talk.
that part.
Real talk.
It's important.
Scheduling it.
You schedule. Let me tell you, same thing. People used to tell us, we've scheduled. Like we talk to other couples and they tell us how they've scheduled.
What do you mean you're
And
scheduling?
used to think,
Yum,
hey,
yum.
these guys are so boring. How do
Boring!
they?
Schedule yum yum.
Until you start becoming busy and you realize you can go for months.
Yeah.
And it's very important.
Sasa hiyo mtu ako pent up too.
Hey.
So, and if you don't have sourcement for a while, mnakosana vitu za ujinga.
Yeah.
Like,
Maybe it's
vitu za ujinga.
Yes.
So, structure that, schedule time for fellowship,
Yes.
where you meet and just do Bible study and whatever.
Pray together.
Not communally with church or whatever, just the two of you.
Yes.
Schedule time for prayer, like whatever is important to you guys as a couple. Have some structure around it. Yeah. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen,
From Elementaita.
from
Sign
Elementaita,
out.
Mountain Lodge, it's been
love
real.
you and leave you.
So now this is the time I get to show them.
Yeah. Finally.
Can you check the clip right after? We need to finish this.
No, let me just do it. It's
Babe,
1 minute.
It's
It's 1 minute.
The view will not change. It's still
1
there.
minute.
We just need to
Let
stop.
him just-
Start playing.
Let me just acha initoke.
Acha afanye mchoke.
Okay.
Nani sasa ni mstubborn sasa.
Curtis.
Let's go.
Yeah, no.
So guys, here is the view. The sun is a bit hot there.
You're recording yourself.
I am recording myself. So that is our view, guys. Elementaita Mountain Lodge. So right here, this white stretch here, this is the lake. And I like the illusion that it's creating, because this is the lake and then these are the hills. Some hills and then the clouds and then the sky. If you saw this thing in the morning, you'd think that the lake and the sky are one thing. Really good. So yeah, this is our compound. Every house has a compound, or rather a balcony, as some people like to say, or a backyard. If you have kids, you can do a barbecue here, you can play some ball, you can shoot each other with water guns. You know, a mountain right just next to us over here, a really big hill. And yeah, it's been real. I don't know if you can see this white line here. This is the main road. This white stretch all the way. So if you want to look at this really well, please go to the video we did for Elementaita. I think that's the last video, or the last 2 videos. And you'll see when we used a zoom lens, it was clearer than that. So cheers guys.